My lord, I am a job loser of 2016 selection process.
You are?
I am a job loser of 2016 of a selection process in 11-12 classes. My lord, what happened, my lord? Parallelly, my lord, I have participated in upper primary selection process. That particular selection process, I have been come under the provisional merit list, my lord, provisional panel. I was called for the interview first phase of counseling. The first phase of counseling, which was held in the possibly in the month of November 2020.
Mr. Dr. Patro, tomorrow certain matters are fixed.
Yes, I think.
Similar matters.
My lord,
Obtain instruction because you have issued a notification fixing date of counseling
yes,
on 11.
11th of June. My lord, this is the situation, my lord. I was called for the counseling in the first phase of
Whether it is a similar matter.
that all has yes.
Those matters I will have to check. All of them are slightly different. Here in the representation, the petitioner is saying that though called, I did not go.
Yes, because I
So
was at
then-
that time I was working in the 11-12
Here,
classes, my lord.
the petitioner
I have no
that the employment.
But you are called for the counseling.
counseling. My lord, at that time I was working. My lord, I was in hope that I shall be succeeded in the Boishaki Bhattacharya's case. My lord, subsequently, Supreme Court in the month of April, my panel has been cancelled. I have been jobless immediately after I made a representation. I may be facilitated for another phase of counseling. As because I am in the panel, provisional panel, in the merit list, I have fulfilled I have crossed all the hurdles. And after then,
Why you did not appear in the counseling?
my lord, at that time I was working in 11-12.
Then
But ongoing selection process is ongoing and only praying I may be facilitated for the another phase of counseling. That much. Whether well,
since you have lost the job, that's why you are now praying for.
well, even Honorable
But
Supreme
my
Court is saying
specifically states
Honorable
that
Supreme
the-
Court is correct.
But Honorable Supreme Court has said that only those candidates who can participate who are not tainted.
I am not.
How court will consider that you are tainted or untainted?
My lord, I am still working. They have sent me the
Maybe, but you are tainted or untainted. How could whether your name was forwarded by the DI to the
yes. I am working, Lord.
Then-
I have stated in my writ application.
because untainted tainted candidates cannot work till
no,
31st of December.
Yes.
Only untainted candidates can work till 31st of December. He is working in the school now.
I have stated in my application.
He is Mr. Dr. Patro. He is not untainted. Had he been, he is not tainted. Had he been tainted, then he would not have been permitted to work till 31st of December.
No, I'm not saying that he was tainted, but he was absent. And the rule is very specific that the absentee candidate will not be given a second chance. So that apart, the method in which, the manner in which we are carrying out this counseling, it is actually pursuant to the direction of the Supreme Court. The vacancies were specified, the candidates, the panel and the waiting list, everything was placed before the court. And everything is restricted to that panel and that waiting list.
But petitioner was an impaneled candidate. He was there in the panel.
But there are also many matters before the court where they are not even in the panel or the waiting.
No, but where is the legal bar?
Bring them back.
Where is the bar? Because he was in the panel. Petitioner was in the panel, and that panel was placed before the court. And petitioner is now seeking because he has lost job in connection with the selection process which was conducted by the commission. Now, why petitioner will be debarred?
Now it is too late to accommodate him. If I start accommodating, let me be more clear. The division bench directed me that we have more vacancies than candidates, so all candidates should be accommodated. But though we had more vacancies, when we put them into the categories, then we found that in certain categories there were excess candidates because the panel, my lord knows, is 1:1.4. So 0.4 excess is always in my hand. Now that we have not managed to give accommodation to all, the court is also coming down very heavily.
Applying the ratio of 1:1.4.
Yes.
That is against one vacancy, 1.4 candidates can participate
So
in the counseling.
140 candidates.
Yes, right. 100 vacancy, 140 candidates. If applying this ratio, petitioner comes within the zone, permit him.
My lord, that can only be permitted,
Permit him.
that can only be permitted after I have exhausted all my candidates in the petitioner's category. Because
Because it was your selection process, Dr. Patro, which was found fault by the division bench and the commission. So some responsibility you have to shoulder.
my lord, but I cannot.
The petitioners has lost the job for which petitioner should not be blamed because he is in the list of untainted category.
I don't know. Why did everybody lose their job?
So therefore, instead of going into it was whose fault, since the petitioner.
Question of whose fault, but I will also not take the petitioner
But
as
the-
100% innocent. The
Why?
Supreme Court did not. Everybody lost their jobs.
But
They
the
were
but the selection
untainted.
process was conducted by the commission.
Yes, it was conducted
That selection process was found to be a faulty selection process.
as a result of certain.
So if this was yes. So therefore, permit at least those candidates who are coming within the zone of consideration, applying 1:1, 1.4 ratio.
They missed their
But
chance.
because they are not,
Their vacancies have been. My learned friend himself has submitted that he was called in the first phase counseling.
Yes.
Now we are conducting the seventh phase. That vacancy probably has been taken away by somebody else.
But
That
he was an eligible candidate.
very well. Let me take instruction. Let me come back tomorrow because other matters my lord has also fixed. Let me check the facts in those records, in those matters also, and I'll come back to that.
No, this matter was filed on 30th of April 2025 and the date of counseling is 11th of June. Today we are on 9.
No, that was notified only. And when this was filed, there was no.
And that is the last date.